Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Same Fire Society. I am so happy to have you here. Today there is a lot coming through for a love reading. I have some 528 hertz healing frequencies on in the background to help heal this connection a bit. There's a lot coming through for this specific connection. There's something about the feminine here, maybe noticing that readings that she's listening to, and not to gender, but just for purposes, that readings they are listening to, are more closely resonating than they ever have before. Almost as if the energy is ramping up, and it's like spirits, they're saying something here. It's like the closer it gets, okay, that these, and I just got the chills, that the readings are just going to resonate more and more. You may have taken a break from readings for a while too, only to return to them recently, semi-recently, okay? It could even be like in the last 9 months to year. So it's like you can feel the energy ramping up in a way. You can feel like we're on the precipice of something, right? But not quite sure what. Like, is this a change in your energy? Is this going to be a change in this connection? What is it going to be? So whereas the feminine is on this precipice kind of a real change or shift in her life, the masculine is going through a real anger purge and a shift in the acceptance of this connection, because they really didn't want to feel this way. They really didn't want to have feelings like this for someone. They may have been rooted in lustful energy in the past, or just in comfort for that matter. And they are really going through an anger purge right now. And it's not anger at you, it's anger for these feelings that they have, that they can't let go of regardless of time here. And I'm just getting a song by Bon Jovi. Shot to the heart and you're to blame, you give love a bad name. And Spirit is really saying here, it's not speaking to this is kind of metaphorically, this is the childish way that they are feeling internally right now about these feelings, going through this ego death and acceptance, right? About their feelings. This has been very hard for them to accept. And that's why, it's a lot easier to settle for mediocre relationships, or relationships where there's comfort, relationships where you don't feel seen, right? Because you don't feel naked in those relationships. You don't feel vulnerable. You don't feel like you have to bear all, so to speak. Okay, but this, to go back to the song, it's not an anger towards you, it's an anger at their feelings. Spirit's really emphasizing that here. And it's showing kind of the childishness that they're going through in the acceptance of these feelings that they really would never wanted to have, and there's also this feeling of being stuck in seemingly a Groundhog Day type situation, where they feel like every day is just the same cycle, the same thing, the same feelings, the same people. And this energy is really, it's really bogging them down right now. Okay, and Spirit's really putting them in this pressure cooker, to a sense, until they release their throat chakra and speak their truth. Okay, so this energy is going to press on them so hard that they have no other option but to come forward. Here is what I'm hearing. I'm also getting an aspect to this connection in physical looks, where you as the feminine, I'm getting the feminines listening, may be really beautiful or catch attention a lot. or have in their life. Maybe you may not be feeling that way at the moment if you are recently coming out of like what's called a hermit stage before this glow up, this collective glow up I feel for the feminines. But the masculine, and this has come up before, may have already gone through like a physical glow up. Okay, so there was this sense to this that's like, especially for them and probably for other people, and judgment from others, that they weren't good enough for you just based on looks alone. So there's like this real Beauty and the Beast aspect to this. And if that makes sense for you, that's gonna totally make sense for you. Okay, that's all Spirit really wanted me to say on that. Bottom of the deck, here we are. We have throat chakra. Okay, just as I was saying, this masculine will continue to be in this pressure cooker until they speak their feelings here, their truth. Okay, it's like an energy release that has to happen. It's causing very intense energy within them right now. The Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I was just thinking before I turned on the camera for this reading, because it got super windy, and I was like, ooh, the winds of change. And here we are with the Wheel of Fortune, which I like to call the Wheel of Change, right? Destiny, fortune, fate, rise and fall, life's fluctuation, and different stages. Okay, especially with that rise and fall, it's like this duality going on of the feminine really coming into her own, coming into her soul's path and her soul's purpose, and the masculine shifting from the ego and the heart and the duality of that, right? Where they are accepting their feelings for what they are. They're accepting their heart's desires instead of accepting their ego's protection. Pluto, transformation. I love it. This is, the moon is trine Pluto right now with the planets and the energies. Okay, so this is like a prime time for death, and I'm really gonna get into this tomorrow with a shadow work reading, because I want to talk about like what we all can release during this eclipse, and you know, to really get solid on what we want to release before Mercury in retrograde on the 15th of March. So if you are looking for something like that, that will be tomorrow. I will put that reading out tomorrow. But back to this and this connection: transformation, power, death, rebirth, regeneration, deep changes, and subconscious. So this really speaks to this anger purge that this masculine is going through right now. It's having a real death of the ego. And it's making them angry because the heart is winning. The heart is winning here. That song just keeps playing. Shot to the heart, and you're to blame. It's like not towards you. It's like their heart's to blame, you know? It's like these feelings are to blame. Ooh, bottom of the deck. I want to take that. We had House of Communication. Really, with the last reading was really good, talking about the eclipse, and the song that was coming through for that reading was Total Eclipse of the Heart. So it's like that really ties into this reading. If that last reading resonated with you, because it's like they feel this energy ramping up. They feel the fact that their heart's desires are winning here, and that this total eclipse of the heart is going to happen, and it's causing some anger to come up. Okay, and it's an anger that really needs to be purged, and it's not even tied completely to this relationship. It's been suppressed anger from even childhood trauma and things like that. Okay, it's a trigger. This relationship is a trigger for certain things that they have to release and let go of. Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. it's not even like fear of the Lord here. It's fear of spirituality in a sense, okay? There's a real tie here to the fact that this masculine felt that you were very spiritual. I'm not sure if there was ever a conversation there about that. Maybe something to do with twin flames at some point. But in the feeling, maybe they knew that you did some type of divination, tarot cards, something spiritually, worked with crystals, Reiki, something. And back to that thought of them, you know, people being scared about being really, you know, feeling like they're really seen, like they don't have a wall to hide behind, okay? Like they can't lie if they wanted to because they're so seen by you. That's very scary. That's their fear here. That's the fear that we're speaking to here. But it's like, and with the discipline, it's, there was a real, and this has been coming up a lot, but real numbing to these feelings, okay? Some type of substance abuse in this connection. It's been coming up almost every reading. It keeps coming up. So there's something to that here, even if you don't know about it, okay? It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. Yes, thank you, Spirit. What is essential is invisible to the eye, okay? So it's like them understanding finally that their heart is leading them in the right direction, okay? Like you can even see on your path as the feminine when you listen to the spiritual nudges and you follow your heart in certain things in your life start unfolding much more easy. And I know some of you are probably really resonating with that. Yes, that's true. So why do we revert back to like old ways and old patterns? And it really has to do a lot with the planetary energy, okay? And that's why I go back here to this Mercury in retrograde is about to start on the 15th, and to really stand your ground on what you want to release here so that you don't get sucked back into that black hole, okay? So that you don't get sucked back into that old energy. You really have to stand your ground during times like retrograde, okay? And make the changes that you want. Because listen, if you can make these changes during the retrograde, they can stand tall the rest of the year, okay? Discernment, intuition versus logic. Thank you, Spirit. I love when the cards just come out exactly what I've already said. Choosing the higher road, awakening, life path, keen perception, okay? They are in this war of intuition versus logic right now. Hence the anger, okay? It's like a spiritual war going on. We have Archangel Gabriel, God's messenger angel, known for delivering good news to key figures and warding off evil forces. So there is a divine guidance, an really invisible divine guidance to this connection. It's been there all along. You know, it's like they are standing there as the cheerleaders of this connection, but they can only do so much, okay? I'm getting the scene from the movie Immortals, and this has come up before too, but where the main God is telling, you know, the rest of the angels, like, you cannot interfere. Like, they could only do so much from above, but they can't like go down and interfere, otherwise they will lose their immortality. Okay, so we have free will, and there's magic to that, okay? But it also requires a trust to our intuition, and that's a lesson being human, okay? Is trusting in your divine guidance and your intuition, and learning to live that way, learning to live in touch with the spiritual world. It's a lesson we all have to learn. Metatron's cube, derived from the flower of life right here, represents the patterns that make up everything in the universe. This is divinely guided. There is a very beautiful, intense connection here. If you are resonating with this, it is destiny for this to come together. It is. I feel it. Divine timing. I knew that was going to come out. Patience, the highest good for all parties. Something taboo here, okay? Divine protection, God's will, synchronicity, and alignment. It's like, just keep following the path. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. It's like, just keep following the path. Pisces energy could be really significant here. That's coming through really strongly in this moment. There's something really connected to time here, okay? Time is really, really important because it's the time. It's the bane of your existence as the feminine that is strengthening this connection for the masculine. Because as time goes on, they cannot get you out of their head, okay? So it is the bane of your existence that is the masculine's like nail in the coffin, okay? Whew, just got the chills. AA 12 and 12. Giving that asks no reward, love that has no price tag, a new stage of consciousness, acceptance of being received as a free gift. Beautiful acceptance, right? 1212 could be significant. A could be significant, somebody's initial. Crown chakra, spiritual connection, enlightenment, consciousness. So exactly what I was just saying about connecting to spirit. We aren't meant to walk blindly in this world. We are meant to walk connected to spirit. Okay, and we have a lot of resistance to that. Just as when we come out of the womb as a baby, we have a lot of resistance to the light and everything going around us, right? It's new. Okay, it takes time to acclimate. Thank you, Spirit. It takes time to acclimate to what is going on, to what you're hearing, seeing, feeling, okay? Internally, everything you're going through. And a lot of times we have and a lot of times throughout the past, so you got to think about all the subconscious stuff we're going through, because a lot of times in the past, you know, you would speak through feeling, especially women, and you'd be locked up in a mental institution the rest of your life if it wasn't what aligned with what the men wanted in this world, or what everybody wanted as the social paradigm. Not everybody, but what everyone most thought was the right for the social paradigm of this world, but it didn't align with everybody's feelings. And if you spoke out or did anything about that, or you know, didn't feel a certain way, and you spoke your truth, the throat chakra, you were punished for that. And so there's all these subconscious blocks that we're dealing with as well. Not just what we see in the 3D at this moment. Actually, in this moment, the 3D is a lot more loose than it's ever been, right? People are more accepting than they ever have been in this moment. But, you know, then with our past counterparts, but then it's like, we have all the subconscious blocks from past lives going on. It's just a lot. It's a lot working through. We have to work through the subconscious and the conscious. And that's the difficult part here. Something else was coming to me. Oh, I was being called to talk about this movie, and I can't remember a secret scripture. Secret scripture. It has Eric Bana, Rooney Mara in it, and this is gonna be for one of my listeners too, because the love interest, like the true divine love interest in this movie, is named Michael, she was living in a time in Ireland, I believe it was, during World War II. And Michael was a British fighter pilot, and she was Protestant, and there was just all these things going on around her. There was this father of the Catholic Church, like, obsessed with her and trying to get her to be his, and had this evil vendetta against her because that didn't happen. There were all these other men who, you know, were like, you can't be with this British soldier, like everyone just trying to tell her what to do. And she just had this pure, true, divine love for this person. It ends pretty sadly, but there's a lot of message like surrounding this message in that movie. If you want to go watch that movie, I highly suggest. We have many people think excitement is happiness, but when you are excited, you are not peaceful. True happiness is based on peace. There's something really surrounding about working on your peace right now, and there's a lot that can play into that as well. To speak to that, I'm on my 3rd day of my no caffeine journey, and boy do I miss my cup of coffee. And I was down to only having 1 cup of coffee in the morning, but I thoroughly enjoy that cup of coffee, y'all. But it can really disrupt my sleep. It really messes with my mood, my energy. I can feel more irritated. There's just lots of things coming into self-awareness where I'm like, it's not working, you know? It makes me more want to have like a glass of wine in the evening because I feel more up from the day. And caffeine doesn't affect everybody like that, but when you're trying to, you know, wean the habits that aren't in alignment with your spiritual journey, it just is what it is. So day 3 of no caffeine. I will keep you guys posted if you care on how that is going. Oddly enough, I do feel, I think because I'm sleeping better, I do feel more energy, which is a little bit crazy to say. And I do feel in a little bit more of an uplifted mood today. It's only day 3, so we will see. Maybe this masculine needs to cut back on the caffeine. Neptune, dreams, intuition, mysticism, illusions, fantasy, subconscious mind. Thank you, Spirit. So we were just talking about that. Everything that can be going on in the subconscious mind causing blockages, which can be confusing to both parties, right? Because it could be things you don't even see in the 3D. And so it's like, what the heck's going on? There's nothing causing a blockage. Even if everything seems to be cleared in the 3D, you're like, nothing's causing a blockage anymore. I'm free, I'm open, you know? Subconsciously could be dealing with low self-esteem. Even if they did have a glow up, right? A physical glow up, there were still years probably where this self-confidence was lacking. You know, there could still be an acclimation period here as well, where if you lost a bunch of weight, you don't feel like you look like your smaller self for a while, right? There's an adjustment period. And then first house, the house of self, personal identity, physical appearance. So I'm talking about all this for a reason. There was a real physicality like element to this, like the Beauty and the Beast. Maybe the masculine had quite a bit of extra weight and wanted to lose that weight before they felt deserving in a way. Oh, and then we have death. I love it. Transformation, reaping what you sow, rebirth, new beginning. Endings are beginnings and beginnings are endings. What's that saying? Okay, so we were just talking about this in the beginning too. Like there needing to be a death to the ego, which is definitely happening. That's confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. We have it twice with Pluto and death here, okay? And Pluto is the solar eclipse. The moon is going to be trine Pluto, okay? And so this is all about death and rebirth. So really get clear on what it is you want to let go of for your spiritual journey as the feminine, because this will shift the energy in the connection. What's the vibe of this connection? We have trapped, stuck, no options, unforgiveness. So this is back to that Groundhog Day, okay? The stuck in the cycle, feeling like every day is the same, and this will continue until this masculine releases his truth, until he opens his throat chakra, okay? Until he heals that throat chakra. He must speak the truth here. What else, Spirit? What's the vibe of this connection? I will say this is a very beautiful reading because it feels like an ending to a cycle and then the beginning of another. Okay, and with the red here, the anger is coming up with this. Okay, the anger is also caused by the confliction of this. Okay, the confliction of the head and the heart is what I'm hearing very strongly. So these are really just going to be confirmation for everything we just said. What else, Spirit? What else can you tell us or retell us? Okay, we have glow up. I told you, new opportunities, new career, successful business, okay? So there's been some glow up energy. I mean, on both sides, I'm feeling that strongly, okay? It's both sides here, physical or otherwise. Daydreaming, head in the clouds, hopes and dreams. So this is the way they connect to you right now. This is the way the masculine connects to you. I'm getting this as more at night though. I've really been feeling this. It's like at the night, and you may be feeling that too, like a real intensity in the heart chakra established. Okay, so this was another block. They wanted to feel established, okay, financially. So they wanted to get themselves together physically, I'm hearing really strongly, and be established financially, okay? There's something here too, the delay to this connection. I did say something about drinking earlier. There's addiction. So there was a continuous cycle going on that one or both of you needed to let go. There needed to be a death of it too. And bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Michael. So again, this is protected right under Archangel Gabriel. This is a protected connection, okay? Listen. I just keep hearing listen, listen, listen. Listen, Linda, okay? Listen to what you're being told by Spirit. Keep yourself as clear as you possibly can, energy-wise, okay? Grounding, Epsom salt baths, getting rid of substances in every way. Even just doing a detox, like doing a long period, even if you could do 30 days of something you know you need to detox, nicotine, all kinds of things, okay? It can be all kinds of things. It could be binge watching TV. It could be watching too much tarot. It could be watching too much tarot. Okay, we have chemistry. Chemistry, attraction, and romantic feelings. Wow, okay. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I just got really strongly, there's something here where the feminine, you may be noticing lately that more people are like commenting on your, like, you're beautiful, your looks, something, or just like, oh, you have great energy, just something about it. Like those comments are ramping up by female and male energy, okay? Something to do with that going on lately. That's just confirmation for some. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Maybe there is a new energy of some sort that you've kind of are like, ooh, I could see myself maybe kind of seeing that person. Maybe you are meant to go down that road, okay? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I'm getting the energy of someone coming to someone's door recently, actually. Maybe this was like a delivery of some sort. And they said something like this to you. And maybe you're questioning if if you should, because, you know, this hope of reconciliation, but this, regardless of this, okay, not only that, but there is all this in this divine connection too, okay? There's romantic feelings, there's attraction, there's chemistry. I mean, that's undeniable. Regardless, Spirit's really saying here, regardless if you go down this small path of flirting, it doesn't mean your connection's not going to come around. There could be a lesson here, okay? That's beautiful. You're not meant to just, you know, you're not meant to just wait, okay? And use discernment. They're bringing me back to the discernment card, and that's funny that that was right here. You need to be really strong in your discernment. And if you're not feeling really good with your discernment, then straying away from anything romantically is probably a good idea, right? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world, okay? So that came up for somebody really strongly here under this discernment, okay? So if you're not feeling strong, if you feel like you just keep making bad decision after bad decision, Spirit's saying really strongly here to retreat and get strong with your intuition. Use meditation. Get strong with your guides so that you can get clear answers here. Okay, I just want to clarify with a few from the Muse Tarot, and then we're going to get some channeled messages from your divine love to close this reading out. 8 of Materials. Wow, this is movement forward. Okay, so this is really strongly here with this reconciliation. Okay, there is something, this eclipse is going to be really strong energy to push this through. So it's really important here that you stand your ground here on your spiritual path as well, on letting go of the things you need to let go, that you stay strong, okay? That you stay really, really strong here. 2 of Materials in reverse. It's like this indecision this masculine has been in is finally going to be clear, okay? It's going to become clear. I see something with inspirations coming out because this passion, it's like a light switch just flips, okay? And they're like, that's it. I made my decision. I'm going to do it. I don't care. And it's like they don't even think twice and they just come in hard and fast. 5 of Emotions, but this wanted to come out in the reverse. So all this anguish that they've been feeling finally being released with this energy, with this eclipse as well. Okay, this conflicted, perplexed, confusion energy. Dang, the 2 of Inspiration came out in the reverse. So again with the choice, okay? So a clear choice being made here, this healing, after this healing. It's been a time period of healing here, okay? Aquarius energy. We have quite a bit of earth energy. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn here. Ooh, Queen of Inspiration, I knew it. Okay, Queen of Inspiration here, okay? This passionate healing has come in. This healing has cleared up this head and heart decision going on here. It's going to bring in a new beginning. I'm seeing the Chariot card as well with the Queen of Inspiration coming in again after their Sun, just knowing what they want, coming in like a cheetah here, okay? Coming in like a cheetah. One more, Spirit. I just feel the energy ramping up as I'm doing this reading. Like the energy is getting more and more intense, like quicker. I may be speaking faster. It's intense. Stand your ground, feminine, okay? If in the past few weeks, or let's say like the past like 6 months, something you've been really trying to let things go in your life, like really stand your ground with that, okay? Try to give yourself a long time period letting things go. And then Queen of Voices. Wow. So this is the Queen of Swords. Okay. So that's so interesting because we have like the Queen of Passion and the Queen of Logic here. Okay. And it's divided by these choices in reverse. Very, very interesting here. So it is showing very clearly here, you guys, this person is making a passionate, heart desired decision over their logic, okay? It's not to say that they haven't grown when it comes to logic, okay, and their discernment and all of those things, but they are coming in passionately, and that is very, very clear here. All right, Spirit, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? What are they gonna say when they come in? You are so beautiful. Why do you need me? Okay, again with the solar plexus and the confidence here, okay? They weren't quite confident enough. They didn't understand why someone, I'm getting someone that looked like you, would like them. So back to this Beauty and the Beast thing going on here. I getting you didn't see that at all. Like to you, like your souls saw each other so much, but for them it was confusing because you are very physically beautiful, and so it's like it was confusing. That was the confliction here, right? On the bottom of the deck, it was, I wonder sometimes if you care. So there's something about them. They're gonna tell you they weren't sure if you cared. Right? They weren't clear, and it might be confusing to you because you're like, you might be thinking like, I feel like I showed that I cared so much, but you may not have completely in the 3D, you know? Ooh, we just had light. Okay, so, ooh, a song was just coming through, but I couldn't grab it. You are the light of my shining day. Something to that extent. Ooh. Please give me time. I've never felt this way before. So I'm getting that they're gonna say I need it, and see, time is all over this reading. They're gonna say I needed time because I was really unsure what this was. It was very confusing to me. You already know. Something about you being right. So there was some type of conversation here, maybe about feelings a little bit. Not completely, but something, but it's like it was so spoken in the energy that it's like, it's hard to say that it wasn't spoken in the 3D, but it wasn't clearly spoken. I am coming, trust. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful with that 8 of Pentacles energy, 8 of materials right here. It's coming in. It is coming in. I see it so clearly. It could be really soon after this eclipse, okay? Or after the end of Mercury, after the beginning of eclipse season, okay? And after Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh, strength, ego in the reverse. So again, with this head over heart, the heart winning here, okay? They're gonna tell you here, I tried to not act on this. I tried, you know, to silence my heart, to silence my feelings, but I just want you all the time. And I know because of how much time it's been and how much I've thought about you, that this is something real. Woo! Oh my God, that was intense. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I almost picked up the cat, so I just saw it. So Spirit's really saying here, feminine, stay in your black cat energy. We have the stars. So again, with the Aquarius energy, this person is definitely coming in healed, okay? They are coming in healed. We have the rabbit, okay? They may have really gone down this rabbit hole, or could be the year of a rabbit. I'm hearing very strongly. The gentle giant of the elephant. So again, with this Beauty and the Beast, they are like a gentle giant of some sort. We have the hand of Hamsma. So with the Archangel Michael as well, just reminding you that this is protected. This is divinely guided. You know, you are going to know 100% if this comes back in, it's meant for you. You're not going to have any doubts. Okay. I'm getting that really strongly. We have the butterfly here. So again, with the transformation, the Pluto energy, the death, the rebirth, just confirmation for us there. Beautiful. We could have someone here that likes to sew. A connection here to Paris or French of some sort. Just confirmation. And I was speaking to, with this 4-leaf clover, I usually get like 777 abundance and energy, but because I was speaking to Irish, here I'm getting a connection to Irish of some sort. You could be Irish, they could be Irish. Oh my gosh, there's a little sun here. How cute. And it says made with a smile, okay? So you are like the sun to me. I just got, okay? There's a sun here. The double hearts, this is always my twin flame charm. It's like your twin hearts, okay? Not only are your souls twins, but your hearts are twins. All right, my loves, that was absolutely beautiful. I really needed that today, especially without my caffeine. I love you guys very much. And I hope this gave you a little bit of guidance. I hope it helps strengthen your intuition on what you've already been knowing and feeling. I love you very much. And until next time, love and light.